What's going on, guys? John here, and I know you guys have been hearing it a lot on the news lately. Of course, the coronavirus and the Apple event that came out with the iPad Pro, the MacBook Air, and the Mac Mini. Now, I won't go into details exactly everything that has gone through with these devices because you guys have already heard it. But we're going to quickly jump into a lot of the things and of course my own opinions regarding each one of them. Now I have them all on my phone listed right here. I'm going to quickly run through every single one of them and we'll jump straight into it right now. Oh, and by the way guys, before we start, I do want to tell you guys that the Apple Store is closed now until further notice. This is something Apple just posted online and this is something you guys should be aware of with every stores across North America right now. Anyways, let's jump straight into these devices. Alright, so we're going to start off by taking a look at the MacBook Air here. In front of me, I do have a MacBook Pro, which is fantastic. I had it for a couple years now. It's the old design. I was hesitant about switching over to the new MacBook because of the keyboards alone. Now we have the new keyboard that came with the 2020 MacBook Pro. Fantastic, guys. I went to the Apple Store, played around with it before the whole virus, and it felt fantastic. You have the inverted keys for the arrows right over here, which is the same as this, and we have the new scissor mechanism for the keys. So before we had the butterfly, now we have this. And moving down from the keyboard, you guys will see a much improved 20% bigger in size trackpad for the MacBook Air. Now this pretty much puts it in line with the MacBook Pro and a lot of other MacBook devices. So fantastic, you guys will get that as well. There are a lot of features coming from the MacBook Pro down to the MacBook Air as well. However, some exclusive ones are still dedicated towards that device. Now moving back up to the top right of the keyboard, you guys will see a new Touch ID. The last generation of MacBook Air also did have Touch ID, maybe Touch ID 1.0, and this one is a little bit better. Apple is highlighting it on their website, so we should be expecting an improvement there. And the final visual feature that you guys will see on the new MacBook Air is the fact that it has left and right speakers pointing straight up at you. So it's going to be a lot louder. Of course, guys, this isn't every single feature coming from this device. There's a lot of thermal management, a lot of new designs, and a bunch of things. If you guys want to know more about it, head on over to the Apple website instead of checking out all these YouTube videos, and you guys will learn a lot more there. So before we jump on to the next product here, we're going to quickly jump over to the tech spec, and I'll scroll for you guys to see, and then we will move on to the iPad Pro. Now we have gold, space gray, and silver. Pricing is going to be at $999, $1,299 for the different variants. And if you guys are a student with an EDU email address, you guys will get $100 off, which is even better. Now shifting my MacBook over to the side, we're going to pick up the iPad and talk quickly about what features this has to offer. So of course, in my hands here, we do have an iPad Pro, the 10.5 inch. I don't have the latest one right here because I'm pretty broke, but anyways, we're going to jump into this one. Now it comes with an A12Z processor. We're going to quickly talk about that. Usually they come out with an A13X with an X right at the end, meaning that it is the more powerful one for the iPad. This year, I do think they cheaped out quite a bit. A12Z, it already sounds quite cheap, to be honest. At least this Pro here, it does have an X CPU inside of it, and it's running flawlessly, guys. There is no hiccup whatsoever, and this is a few generations behind. On Apple's website, the company did mention that this new iPad Pro is so powerful that it's faster than most laptops out there. I don't have a doubt in that. I do see the iPad Pro being a very capable laptop, and it's very, very fast compared to a lot of other laptops that I have used. I wouldn't say it's faster than the MacBooks. I wouldn't be rendering videos or doing some editing or coding or something on it just because I know it's still, I guess, a tablet in the end. But it's very capable, and as you guys can see here, HTML5 test, my browser hit 502 if that meant anything out of 555. We're going to quickly jump back onto the home screen, but you guys do see things are just very fast, especially with iOS 13.4, which we will be talking about that in another video coming up soon. There's one thing I find quite ironic on Apple's website is the fact that they did market as this is the best mobile display on the market essentially. That's completely untrue. You guys know that. They even mentioned that they will wait for us to find whatever that quote on there says. You guys can quickly jump on there and read it. Actually, I'm just going to read it to you guys. It says, try to find a more advanced mobile display. We'll wait. It's just hilarious that they did say that because there are a lot of more advanced mobile displays out in the market. You guys know that the iPhone 11, pretty much every single OLED display is better than the LCD that they have on the iPad here. So it's just hilarious. I don't know what they're talking about. We did expect a mini LED for the new panel. However, they put in the LCD and just marketed a lot better than it's supposed to be. It seems pretty much exactly like this LCD on this iPad Pro, the last year's one, the year before that, and pretty much every single LCD. So for this year, Apple did give the iPad Pro a camera upgrade. We do have a new ultra wide. This device here only has a wide, and then the ultra wide does come into play. Although it doesn't have the telephoto just like the iPhone 11 Pro, you guys will see that the ultra wide is just really useful on devices like this with a gigantic screen here. And the wide is just pretty much like this with the typical digital zoom. Still fantastic. This device is a couple years old and the camera quality is still amazing. So I would say the other one would be even better. So I guess the final and the coolest thing that's going to be on the iPad Pro here is the new LiDAR system, the new LiDAR scanner that Apple is apparently saying that NASA is going to be using on their next Mars landing. So it's able to map out pretty much everything within a 5-meter distance. And you guys will see all the amazing new apps that will take advantage of this augmented reality system here. LiDAR should have been used for Tesla, for a lot of different manufacturers that are doing autonomous cars, and apparently it made its way into the iPad before it makes its way onto a car that needs it. Anyways, enough dissing Tesla. We're going to talk about the new Magic Keyboard that comes or does not come with the iPad Pro here. It does not come, by the way, guys. So you guys have to buy it separately, but it's pretty cool. It floats. You guys can see here on the pictures that you guys can just angle it however you guys want, swivel it up and down. It does not have to be sitting on any surface. You guys will get additional USB ports, USB Type-C on the side after you dock it. The 3 pins still exist on it, and that's what's going to be used for the charger, the power, pretty much everything else. And you guys will have the bottom USB-C and the side of the case as well. So 2 open slots for you guys to do whatever you guys want. Plug in a USB stick or plug in a mouse or pretty much anything that you guys wish. It's gonna be amazing, guys. It's gonna be a lot better than what the old Magic Keyboard is capable of doing. And the coolest thing here is you guys will be getting a trackpad as well. It's gonna be used as pretty much like a MacBook. So it kind of, you know, goes against the MacBook Pros and the MacBooks in general here. Apple is saying that the iPad Pro is going to be the new MacBooks, I guess. So I don't know where the competition is going to be happening there. If these are a lot quicker than the MacBooks, why get a MacBook in the end? But you know, there's no explanation for that yet here. So pretty much it just works, guys. You guys will get a new trackpad. You guys get new pointer features with iOS 13.4. It pretty much behaves like a laptop, so I don't know why you guys would want to get the MacBooks. So to conclude the iPad Pro here, there's going to be a new gigabit LTE, there's going to be a Wi-Fi 6, and a lot of underneath stuff that most normal people isn't going to be knowing about, or they won't be knowing about, but just know that it's going to be a lot better. That's pretty much it for this. We're going to quickly jump over to the Mac Mini. Alright, so for the Mac Mini, it's going to be a really quick one, guys. There's not much things that have changed. Of course, you have all your thermal changes inside to make it a lot cooler. It's going to be a lot quicker. As always, we're going to get an 8th generation 6-core or a quad-core processor. Apple says this can be used as a server. It can be used in many ways. We get an upgraded RAM to 64 gigabytes compared to the last one. But I do think that the biggest change here is we now get 2 terabytes of SSD, which is amazing. And yeah, guys, this is pretty much it for the Mac Mini. Not the biggest change here, although Apple will make it sound like it's the biggest change in the world. I think all the bigger ones are going to be coming in the weeks to come. Apple has a lot left to say. Although the coronavirus is affecting a lot of things, but stay tuned and I'll keep you guys updated, everything you guys know. But yeah, the Mac Mini, this should be it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. iOS 13.4 on the iPads and on the other device. All the overviews are going to be coming in the next day or so, so stay tuned for that. Peace out.